Hey guys, it's Savannah and welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday, November 15th, 2023, and I believe this is podcast episode 14. It's been about 10-11 months since I started this podcast, and it's crazy to think that we're already 14 episodes in. But anyway, I have something exciting to tell you guys about first thing. So, starting next Friday, November 24th, the beginning of what is called the Fasten Off Yarn-along is starting. This is a pretty informal event that is done to help bring awareness in the yarn community of independent pattern creators. And so I will link the website below, but basically a few people put together a list of knitting, crochet, and other yarn art designers into a database that they have on their website. And from November 24th through the end of December of this year, these designers will have a set discount of 25% for any number to all of their patterns, available for 25% off during that time period. And you can participate by purchasing one or multiple of these patterns and working on them through that time period and showing them on Instagram, Threads, Facebook, TikTok, the Discord group, and there are some games that will be happening during all that to just keep everybody invested and entertained and supporting each other. Now, the Discord group is also somewhere where the designers, the volunteers, just participants who are just working on these patterns during that time to show how their progress is going, ask questions of the designers if they are in there, and just form a community and get to know each other better. I'm really excited to say that I have signed up to be one of the designers during this, and all of my patterns will be 25% off during this time period. I believe the actual discount runs through either December 3rd or December 9th. I will double check and just put that up here for sure. But all of my patterns on my shop on my website, my Ravelry, and my PayHip will be 25% off during that time period. So I'm really excited to get to share this with you, and I hope to see you guys participating in it. Anyway, now that that announcement is over, let me show you what I've been up to lately. So I have a few finished objects. First of all, you can tell I am wearing my completed Daphne cocoon cardigan. I am really just in love with this so much. I might actually wear it all day today. It is about 62 degrees here today. If it's this El Nino front that is messing with the weather in Tennessee, I don't know whether I love it or hate it. I put some of my summer and spring clothes away and pulled out long sleeve stuff. And then it's in the 60s again still. So this is getting a test run today, I think. But again, I did this with the Madeline Tosh RED yarn and fingering weight. I love how it turned out. And I love how the speckled design in the yarn really shows up with this. And this little border around the edges is just, it was so fun to work. That was probably my favorite part of the pattern, was the edging. But I did not even use 2 full skeins of the 3 that I have. So I overestimated how much I needed, and I'm glad I did that though, because that gave me plenty of room to adjust the pattern how I wanted. I did the starting chain for the size small in it, but then the pattern repeat I felt was too short for me, so I added on another pattern repeat to make it a medium, and then just did the armhole for the medium size as well. So it worked out great for me, and it fits me wonderfully, and I am very happy with it. Next, you guys know I've been working for a while on this design. It is the design that I did with the Dragon Horde yarn, 12 mini skeins and fingering weight. I finished this up, I have it typed up, and I just need to put in the pictures on the pattern, and it'll be up on my Payhip, my Ribbler, my Ravelry, and my blog. And I hope to get an actual blog post done for it as well by the end of this week. It ended up being 5 inches across. Before slip stitching, it was approximately 80 inches in length, and just laying it flat after slip stitching it together to form the infinity scarf, it is 40 inches across. And each section is about 6 2/3 inches in length as well. But this turned out gorgeously, and it is long enough you can twist it as many times as you like around your neck. This is 3. But I am very happy with how this turned out. I have called it the Holiday Textures Infinity Scarf. I cannot talk today, y'all. I've been sick, and the medicine is still messing with me, apparently. But especially with these hand-dyed minis, the pattern of going from the griddle stitch to the fillet to the seed stitch and back to the fillet section, it just shows off the absolute beautiful little nuances in the yarns, and I absolutely love how it turned out. So you just need 12 mini skeins and fingering weight to be able to make this. You could do it with a DK weight as well. It'll just probably end up being a bit wider if you follow the pattern exactly. But anyway, that is the scarf that I have been working on for 4 months, I think. I would need to look back and to be able to tell you for sure, but it turned out absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. Like I said, I've been sick, and I was told by the clinic when I went Sunday I could not work these last 2 days, and the medicine made me hyper-focused. So I designed a Spinosaurus in 2 days and typed up the pattern. But I've been calling this little fella Tori, the Cuddly Spinosaurus. And this pattern is fully typed up, and it will be in testing by Saturday. And the pattern will be released by mid-December, and I will hopefully have a video tutorial for that by January. We will see how that video tutorial comes along. We all know how long it took me to do my one for my dragon. A lot longer than I said it would. But again, this pattern, the body, neck, head, and tail are all one piece. The legs and arms are sewn on there and do not take that long to make. And the spine is also obviously made separately and sewn on there. Now I did something a little bit different with this. I used short rows for some shaping because I wanted the head to flow into the neck in a certain way. So I did a few rows of short rows right here to get it to angle downwards like this. And I had only ever done short rows in my socks before. And so that was a really new experience and took me a handful of tries to figure out properly. But once I did, when I figured out how I wanted to do these back legs, I also used short rows to kind of give him little knees. And the fun part is he sits up by himself. It looks like I'm holding him like that, but he was just sitting on there by himself until I moved my hand. But he will sit up on his own, which is why he's cuddly, because he's so friendly to look at. But anyway, I am very excited to get this into testing and then available for all you guys to work on your own. I am a little bit dragon and dinosaur obsessed. I always have been. And I think it shows. It doesn't help that my boyfriend was egging me on. But anyway, there is that. In other news, a few days ago, I released my Twisting Ivy socks to be available for purchase. These kind of got forgotten in testing. Socks are notoriously just left somewhere and forgotten, I have learned, whether you're a crocheter or a knitter working on socks. And these socks were no different. But anyway, my testers were lovely and just gave me the information I needed. The biggest issue was sizing, because I've only ever made one size of socks, and that is for myself. So I know what size fits me, and I did not think that only 3 sizes would encompass every woman's shoe size, but it turns out it does. So anyway, these are now available for you to purchase as a pattern. I really like how these turned out because the bottom is a flat pattern, but the top of it is ribbed. So you have some lovely textures in there, but it doesn't bother your feet when you walk because the bottom is not ribbed. Anyway, that's what I have found with ribbed socks in the past. And my own comfort level is I like them, I just don't like walking on them, especially when I wear them with actual shoes. But that's all for the finished objects. I only have one whip to show y'all this time, so let me grab it real quick. So my scrappy blanket is the only thing that is still considered a whip at the moment because I have finished things. But anyway, we are sitting at about 1.5 feet across right now. And I only have a few more scraps in here at the moment. So I am putting this on hold right now until I have more of my DK weight scraps, which will be soon. It is almost Advent opening time. So, but I have begun on the 4th pattern repeat. I have done the section with the just plain double crochet. So I just have a couple of rows of chain 1, stitch 1, single crochet, chain 1, skip 1s before I get to the puff stitch section, and from there it's more single crochets and single crochet, chain 1, skip 1 before the post stitching, and that will be the end of the 4th pattern repeat, which I think will get us to maybe 21 inches across, but this is going to be a big blanket, y'all. But I do have a lot of fingering scraps that will be getting turned into a fingering weight version of this very soon. I have them all gathered. I just, needed to free up the hook I wanted to use for it. But anyway, that's all for the whip for this episode anyway. But I do have some stash enhancements. I have my October Disney Attraction Club yarn from Fangirl Fibers. You've heard me talk about it before, but if you don't know, this is a monthly yarn subscription from Fangirl Fibers for 2023. I have been getting them in the DK weight, which I have been turning into I've turned 3 of them into, no, 4 of them into solid spike stitch granny squares, which are my own design of granny squares, which will be turned together into a giant blanket. But anyway, this is October's. It is an absolutely gorgeous deep green. Now the March one was Living Off the Land, which was a bright neon green. This one is the Phantom Manor, which is the Disneyland Paris version of the Haunted Mansion that we know and love here in Orlando and in California. So I was very excited to see this because I told my family, if October is not Haunted Mansion, I will be surprised. I was surprised. It's still Haunted Mansion, but it's the Disneyland Paris one. So I was expecting some like deep moody purples. This green just took me by surprise and I absolutely love it. It is gorgeous and I cannot wait to work it up. But I still haven't even caked up the one for May, which is Pirates of the Caribbean. So I only have 2 more months of these, you guys, and I am so sad and so excited at the same time because I cannot wait to see what November and December's are. Anyway, like I said, it is almost Advent season, and my Advent calendars came. This is the one from Teeny Button Studios. I, for some reason, been thinking it was a 24-day one, but it's actually a weekly one, and I have no idea what to make with it. If you guys have any suggestions for crochet projects for a weekly Advent calendar, I would love to hear it. So I have 4 50-gram DK weight mini skeins, and then 1 100-gram DK weight skein. So I need ideas, and I am so excited because if I am remembering correctly, the inspiration for this was books. And you know my degree is in library science, so I am very excited to see what these are. Also, I love the little burlap bags these came in. They are so adorable. I also got some tea and Biscoff, and I am so happy. And the Stacks New Year's calendar. Yeah, I didn't even see that before. I was just so excited about all the tea. So, and my last one is this. This is my Lofty Loops Advent calendar. It is 24 days, DK weight, of course, and I have a skein of fluff to go with it, and I am so excited. Like, I got the Lofty Loops one last year, and Allison is just an incredible dyer, and I loved it. And hang on, I'm going to show you guys what I made with it last year. Okay, so I was so excited and inspired last year that I designed a wrap with the Advent calendar last year, and I absolutely still adore this. Like, just look at these colors. It was a fade last year, and I don't know how she ordered them this year. I almost expect it to be another fade, but I've just not been keeping up too much with it because I want it to be a surprise. But I cannot wait to open it. I had the funnest time last year opening them every day. I posted it to my Instagram story. I will do that again this year. And I'll also be sharing it on TikTok and on my shorts channel here on YouTube. So I am very excited. I am thinking I'm going to design again with it this year, and I'm thinking it's going to be a corner to corner blanket. I've never done one before, but I'm not going to make it a traditional corner to corner. I'm thinking I've been thinking I want to do either a griddle stitch or a seed stitch corner to corner, but at the same time I've been wanting to do one that is alternating the double crochet and half double crochet instead of a half double crochet and single crochet, or a half double crochet, or not a half double crochet, a double crochet and a single crochet. So that's where my head has been at, is thinking ahead on this. But anyway, I believe that is all I have for you guys today. I will be linking all of my socials and stores down below. I will link the Fasten Off Yarn Along website below as well. And I will talk to you guys later. As always, if you have any questions, let me know down below. And I will see you guys next time. Happy crocheting!